What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video. My name is Mo, and today I'll be going through my wildcard draft for game week 5. So I've had a lot of requests from you guys around what wildcard to be potentially played, and the request has generally been around, can we have a wildcard draft from me which doesn't include Mo Salah? So yes, I've managed to come up with a draft which doesn't have Mo Salah. Do I agree with it? Potentially for myself. I don't think I'll be able to go into a game week without Mo Salah, despite him blanking in a game week where Liverpool scored 9 goals and he got no returns, and to return blank for me as a captain. So I have come up with a potential wild card draft that doesn't have Salah in there, and I've chosen certain players based on form, fixture, and what I see, generally in terms of getting the highest points over the next couple of game weeks. So if you guys haven't liked our videos, so hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, FPL INKLING, why not hit that subscribe button? It's absolutely free, guys, and join the FPL INKLING family. So let's review quickly how I did in game week 4. So 72 points, 10 points above the average, a huge green arrow, over nearly 600,000 rise in green arrow rank. So I've gone up from 2.180 mil to 1.54 mil, which is happy days, and I'm only around 6 points from the top 1 million managers. So 250 points after 4 weeks. Happy with that. I'd have taken that at the start of the FPL season, 250 points after 4 game weeks. It's been a tough start for pretty much every manager. We're almost at the 10 million managers mark, so I'm pretty much in the top 15% of managers, which is, I'd take that, to be fair, and I think the ranks will kind of alter or change quite, drastically, because it's just so tight at the top. And I'm only about 16 points off the top 500,000 managers, so it's really congested at the top, guys. One good captaincy decision, one of my players going well, can actually make a huge difference to my overall rank. So at the back, Edison got me 1 point along with Cancelo. Disappointing, conceding 2 to Crystal Palace, who were without their main talisman, which is Wilfried Zaha. Trent saved my day. I'm glad I backed him. 17 points, huge, considering there's a knee-jerk reaction towards him after the Manchester United game. So well done to all those managers, including myself, who backed him, and he came good eventually. Am I going to move away from the Man City doubled-up defence? Potentially myself. Not really. I'm happy with, Edison and Cancelo. They will come good, and there's some really good fixtures coming up. Reece James, 7 points, and Cucurella, 5 points. So both got me returns. In a game where they played pretty much most of the game with 10 men. Thank you, Conor Gallagher. And Gabriel saved my rank and game week with the 9 points where he got the goal. If only he hadn't conceded a few more points, could have helped my rank overall this week. Salah, we've talked about already. I think I'm done talking about how badly he did, or how unlucky he was. 6 points as a captain. Kulusevski, 6 points. Got me a return finally after 3 game weeks of owning him. Martinelli and Jesus blanked. I think, I can't be too upset about it. They're giving me so much return, so I can forgive them against Fulham, but they need to bounce back for me against Villa midweek. And Haaland, wow, was I lucky or what, keeping hold of him? It wouldn't have been too bad going to Kane, but again, it was a 7-point swing, and it's just so tight right now. I think I probably would have been still in the over 2 million rank if I'd gone for that Kane move. So if I haven't moved him before that game week, I'm not going to move him now during this game weeks. There is a likelihood he could be benched for one of the 2 games against Forest or Villa. We just got to wait and see which one it is. But hopefully he starts and gets me a good bag of points. So that's how game week 5 is looking for me at the moment, potentially in terms of starting. So let's show you guys what the wild card looks like. So if I was to, play this wild card in itself, what it looks like at the moment is I have brought in Sanchez in goal with Ward. I really like the way Sanchez has played. 8 points back-to-back in goal, absolutely phenomenal. And then you've got Kyle Walker that I've brought in, so I haven't got Cancelo in this draft because there was a lot of requests for me to move a draft or bring in a draft where I can move out Cancelo and go alternative to Cancelo and Mo Salah in this draft. So Kyle Walker comes in for me. City has some really good fixtures, so why not take advantage? Cucurella stays at 5 mil. I think he's just such a good option. I have 500,000, so if I want to change or rotate or move him off, there is a potential that I can do that in my squad. Reece James I'm going to keep as well because I just think he's absolutely phenomenal, and for a 6 million price, he's playing really well with some really good fixtures coming up for Chelsea. And they've got Southampton this week, so I really want to keep that double up of the Chelsea defence. And Cucurella, why not? I'd rather keep him in my squad. Trent remains. As you guys know, I'm not going to take Trent out from any drafts that I do. 7.5 mil in there for me. 17 points, definitely worth keeping in my squad. And then comes Ivan Perisic. So Perisic. What more can I say? One player that I would love to own. 23 points already in 4 games, and he's got 2 returns. It could have been one more for sure if Harry Kane had converted his spot kick, but it wasn't to be. Absolutely phenomenal. So even in the games that he's come on, with Chelsea, for example, 11 minutes, he got a return. And then Nottingham Forest, he played 73 minutes, could have been around 10 points again if he'd got the assist for the goal, and plus probably got a bit more additional points in regards to his bonus points. Looking at fixtures, a bit of a mixture to be fair. West Ham away midweek, he might be rotated, so that's why we've got the depth in this squad to have bench players to come in and cover. Fulham at home, I think he should be good enough to go. I think he'll certainly play against Man City if he's fit. Leicester at home, Arsenal, Brighton, Everton. So a mixture of fixtures, and I think there's a lot of points there to be earned by Perisic himself. Martinelli stays in. There's pretty much no way I'm going to be getting rid of Martinelli from any drafts. 6.2 mil. He's a player that I've got in my squad for a reason, in terms of like he plays week in, week out, part of an Arsenal squad. Arsenal's fixtures now will get a bit tougher, but they got Villa this game week, so there's no way I'm going to be going without a Arsenal midfielder and a striker for this game week. Harrison Reed remains at 4.5 as a bench option, and then as a replacement for Salah, I've brought in Kevin De Bruyne, because I just think, overall, if you're not going to go for Salah, you have to have De Bruyne in your squad at least. 4 returns from 4 games. As you can see, he had a blank week against Crystal Palace, but overall fixtures-wise, they've got Forest at home, Villa, 2 games that I think he should do well in, Tottenham Hotspur, Wolves, Manchester United, Southampton. So again, there's some real good fixtures there for him to get some good returns. And I think generally, one of those weeks where Crystal Palace was a blank, I think there is a big score for him around the corner. And then Luis Diaz, I've brought into this draft as well, so he's just played extremely well. 14 points in the last game week. Could have been more. 2 goals, and he's got 3 goals already in 4 games. So a great start for his season. Newcastle, Everton, Wolves, Chelsea, Brighton, Arsenal, Man City, West Ham. So a mixture of fixtures. Again, he's an attacker, so he definitely will test all of his defences, because no one this season has got run away with kind of clean sheets. So everyone's conceding, and this guy's in goal scoring form. He means business. Nunes is to come back. Jota hopefully may be fit in some of these fixtures, or may return to the Liverpool squad. Things look better already for Liverpool in the short to long term. So why not own Luis Diaz, who's actually been so much rewarding for the managers that have owned him and were patient enough to keep hold of him. And then I've kept, Andres Pereira in there as a 4.5 option. So if he can come on, if need be, if I need to rest anyone from my defence or bench any player that needs to be benched in that regards. Jesus remains, again, owned by 82% of managers. He blanked in this game week, but, there was about a time where he won't score. So let's just not knee-jerk. No need to get rid of him. Aston Villa at home seems a good fixture. United's defence have been shaky all season. I'm not too sure how they did not concede this weekend against Southampton. I'm not too sure if Southampton actually know how they did not score against them. But that's going to be a good fixture next week at Old Trafford. Then Everton, Brentford, Tottenham. So Jesus, I think he adds some real value to your squads. Arsenal, are very lucky to have him. He's one of the best signings, I think, if not the best signing of this transfer window. Haaland remains, despite the fact that, there is a cloud over his shoulder about him rotated or being benched. But look, he got 17 points in game week 4, 41 points already, 7 returns, guys, in 4 game weeks. So 65.5% of managers own him. He's gone up in price, rise 3 times already, and I'm sure he's going to go up again very, very soon. So he'll remain in my squad. And then Ivan Toney I've brought in, so 3 attackers up front. Yes, he blanked against Everton. It wasn't ideal. He's still got 4 returns in 4 games, and his fixtures just look absolutely incredible. Crystal Palace, Leeds, Southampton, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Brighton. Even they got Chelsea in game week 12, then they've got Aston Villa, Wolves, Nottingham Forest. So a lot of good fixtures, I'd say, in the next 8 to 10 game weeks. And if you're looking to play 3 strikers up front or change your kind of dynamics of your formations, he has to be part of your plans to bring in, because he's on penalties, and I think generally he's in good form with some good fixtures lined up coming up very, very soon for them. So what kind of formation would I play in game week 5 with this wildcard draft? So potentially I'd like to have the 3 strikers up front. I'll definitely play the 3 midfielders in the midfield, and I'll play 4 defenders. So which defender would be benched for me? That's a good question. I would like to play both Chelsea defenders because I think, to be fair, Cucurella could be benched because I think he could be rotated. So I'll play Walker because they're playing Nottingham Forest at home. I'll play Forest. Are they at home or Man City away? Either way, if they're home or away, I still think it's a great fixture. I think it's away they played home. Oh, it's home, so they got back-to-back home games. Cool. So I'll play Walker. I'll bench Cucurella, play James, Trent, and Perisic. So Perisic, if he is like kind of rotated against West Ham, then I can play Cucurella, or I just have to play Perisic. I have to go for him. Cucurella will be benched, so Cucurella on the bench. I'll have Walker, James, Trent, Perisic, Sanchez in goal. In my midfield, I have Martinelli, De Bruyne, who will be my captain. I'll have Luis Diaz. Actually, do you know what? Should I go Haaland? Risk of rotation. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to be brave. If I'm playing a wild card, why not be brave? I'll put Haaland as captain. De Bruyne in midfield, and Luis Diaz is going to be my third midfielder. So Martinelli, De Bruyne, Luis Diaz, and then up front, the three strikers, Jesus, Haaland, and Tony. So that's what the kind of like wild card draft will look like. And I still have 3 players on the bench. I have Cucurella on the bench, guys, for this game week. That's how, strong and depth I have in this squad. Andreas being my second bench player shows you that there's value in my squad. And I got Ward, despite him not being, that great in terms of reward. At least I got a goalkeeper even on the bench who is playing. So I've got 15 players who are going to be playing, and I think this is a good squad if it's Salahless. I don't personally want to go into any game week without Mo Salah, but I think this is a strong enough draft to give you a good overall team for not just game week 5, but at least the next 5, up to 3 to 5 game weeks. You can actually, overlook this squad and make some changes if needed due to injuries or any other reasons that you feel you want to bring in or take out players. So that's what the wildcard looks like for me. If I was to play it this game week, I'm personally not playing it, but that's what the team looks like. Let me know what your thoughts are. Are you playing the wildcard? Have you hit it? What are your transfers? What does your team look like? Let us know in the comments section. Give us a like if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, why not? It's absolutely free. Hit that subscribe button, be part of the FPL INKLING family, and you'll be getting one of the best contents this season for FPL. And let's have a great season, guys. Stay tuned for some more content. Remember, the deadline is the Tuesday at 6 o'clock UK time, so make sure you guys get those transfers hit and the captaincy button sorted as well. So captain on this draft will be Haaland, and vice captain, I'll just put that on Kevin De Bruyne. So have a good week, guys. I hope you guys have the best of weeks, get a green arrow, and get your best scores and get towards that #1 manager's mark. So stay tuned, subscribe to FPL INKLING, and I'll be back with some more content very, very soon.